Hey y'all, Instinct Survivalist coming again with another product review. This time we're going back to the Fenix flashlights. This time we're doing the PD35 version 3. Now the third version is because it's been a culmination over several years of input from typical usage, people like me and you that actually give feedback, and then just technology changes, right? So you look at brighter lumens, you look at, oh, hey, wait, the technology's changed to make a brighter bulb with a less profile, or brighter LED with a less profile. So they've made those changes. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of, I don't want to read the entire box. I'm going to give you some highlights from the box itself. We're going to unbox it so that you know what comes in it. We're going to cut away for the cast video, and then we'll come back and conclude. So just like typical reviews. So this is 1700 lumens. This is the PD35 version 3 high performance tactical flashlight. Now the question came up in one of the previous videos, what makes it tactical, Bill? Well, number one, because it's black. That's not the only reason, folks. The reason is because the way you utilize this specific flashlight or any other tactical flashlight means that you are using it for not just an overall strategy, hey, I need to light up everything, but I'm using it for something very specific, the tactics of an operation, if you will. I may use it with something else for defense, as an example, and that becomes a tactical solution, and then you follow through with the process itself. The other part is I may use it in a very specific situation to where I'm trying to deal with an issue. So example being is in wilderness medicine, as an example, it's pitch black outside. I would use this as I'm looking for something specific on a patient. I'm looking for something specific in that situation. Now, once I get the patient assessment done, then certainly I want to light up this night. I want to have everybody in working on the patient at the same time, but that becomes one of those where you can look at the difference between tactical and strategic, right? All right, so there's that. 357 meters maximum beam distance, and then the included 18650 battery. It is IP68, so you're looking at submersible, as well as impact resistant up to 1 meter. Now it does have several different modes to it, right? So you've got the off on switch, which is in the thumb cap, real good, we'll show you that. Turbo, high, medium, low, eco, and strobe. Now keep in mind, that's on the barrel itself, and once I've clicked that button to whatever brightness I want, once I turn it off and I turn it back on, it's going to come right back to that. So I had it the other night, pitch black, because, well, that's the way it is out here. Had it on eco mode previously. Well, I needed it for something very specific, and I flipped the on, and I'm like, so I had to adjust and readjust the brightness on it, because when I turned it back on, it came on with just eco mode, which is really, really low. I call it dark mode, and the reason being, or sorry, low, because in what I consider dark mode, because I can see in the night to get me what I need. I can still have my night eyes, if you will, my night, I don't want to say night vision because that implies goggles. We're not talking about goggles, we're talking about the ability to see in dark situations. All right, so let's unbox this so you can see where it's at. You can see I've torn the crap out of this box, taken it out and in so many times. All right, so what is in the box? Well, first off, you've got their nice little promo stuff. You've got the warranty card, and then you've got the actual directions or how to use a flashlight. For those of you that don't know and throw these out, sometimes it's got some really good information in it. This one being a 2-switch system, don't throw the card out. You're going to want to remember that. And I'll explain that in just a moment because it happened to me. Anyway, you got a nice sheath that comes with it. So your belt sheath, your charging cable, charging cable for the battery. And then in the package is a lanyard for those of you that want to use a lanyard on your flashlight. I did that on the other one, on one of the previous ones, and I'll put that link down below. I can take it or leave it. I can see where you would want it. I can see where you would not want it. It's just one of those things. It's a preference thing. All right, so one of the things I really like about the Fenix flashlights, and I know it's a small thing and some of you are probably going to laugh, but it's the pocket clip. This thing will not let go unless you're yanking. If you yank on it, yeah, it's going to come out like it needs to. But it's one of those where I don't have to worry about, oh, it accidentally fell on the ground, because the pocket clip sucks. So y'all have all been there for that. All right, so First, look at the narrow profile. Look at the length of it. It's only about 3 ounces. I think it's 2.96 if I remember the stats on it. But you've got scalloped edges on the bezel. They are not sharp. So just as a by the way, and for those of you that know, you know, right? So they're not sharp. And there's that. It is a flat bezel as typical with Fenix. You've got the nice thumb cap off on switch. I can take and hit it momentarily, so I just barely touch it. Okay, all the way on is on and cap, thumb released off the cap. And then it has the different modes. I'm gonna try not to shine it into the actual camera. Sorry, got things moving. You can see the different modes. Again, 1700 lumens. And then if I hold it down, I've got my nice little strobe. So hopefully, I should have warned everybody it's got strobe on it, right? So the thing about this is when you do the off on from the thumb cap, whatever you turn on is going to be repeated when you turn it off. So if I have it as a medium, as an example, and I turn it off, when I turn it back on, it's become medium again. I had this the other night. I needed to have it low, and then when I went to turn it back on, it was still on low, and I had to readjust everything. Oh, by the way, the barrel switch, just one other piece. It does have a light in the center of the thumb cap now, or in the switch. Once I turn it on, that the switch turns, it illuminates. That's probably the best way to put it, and lets me, number one, see where it's at, but also gives you the battery indicator. So again, I mentioned it does have a battery indicator. So that's it, folks. Let's break away. We're going to look at the cast video so that you can see exactly how bright 1700 lumens is. Pretty freaking bright, but it's one of those where you have to decide if this is what you're looking for or not. Again, from a tactical situation, yes. From a everyday usage or you know, everyday carry, if you want to go that route, yes, flat out, plain and simple. So there's that. Let's cut away and we'll do that, and then we'll get back here. You can't see, there's a low light one that I've got on right now, which is not a problem. It's just very, very low light, and it's not, you're not gonna be able to see it with the camera. So let's go with that. I'm gonna switch medium. You can start to see it. There we go. That tree is 40 yards away, the one that's at an angle. And that would lighten up the night, so. Not too bad right there. Like I said, I measured that out to make sure that that's what it was. 40 yards away, and we're back to low. Good thing about this is that once I've set it, so let's say I set it on turbo or high or whatever you want to call it, it's called turbo I think on theirs. Turn it off with a thumb cap, turn it back on, it goes right back to the one you're on. If I want to switch it back out, so let's say I switch it to low, that's just fine one you can see. All right, so there's one you can see, barely. Turn it off, I'm gonna point it to the ground. Click it back on and you can see it goes right back to where you were. Love that. All right, folks, so there you go. You saw the cast video. Pretty freaking bright as far as you know what it is, right? 1700 lumens. Not the brightest thing in the world. I've seen them at 35. I've seen them at 19. I've seen them at 5,000. Maybe I'd want one of those. So Fenix, if you're listening, you got a 5,000. Call me. Anyway, hey, I thank the folks at Fenix for letting me go in and trusting me to go in and do a review for them. I really, really appreciate it. It's been fun to just beat the crap out of one of their lights. This thing has taken a beating. Even in the box, you can, well, if I showed you the box, you'd be like, dude, what are you doing? I've thrown it. I've taken the flashlight out and thrown it. Just beat the crap out of it. So it's what I've done with all the flashlights that you've seen reviews on. And hey, those that make the videos, make the videos. That's what I'm gonna say. Anyway, hey, thanks for all you do. Thanks for your likes, your comments, subscribes, and likes, yeah, and comments and whatever else. Thanks for your shares as well. Anyway, until then, thanks for watching. Use your instincts to survive. Appreciate you.